Do you exist?
As far as I'm aware, yes.
Are you 100% certain?
Yes.
Yes, so you can be certain. Okay. So we can be certain about.
Maybe.
We can be certain
No one
about
can be
things.
certain about anything 100%.
No, we can. Look, existence. Otherwise, we wouldn't be talking here. Okay.
Well, it could be a dream, or it could be, you know.
Well, a dream is not real. Then it would, like I
So
said,
maybe,
if you don't believe you exist, then even God is irrelevant. Every single question you said, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. Wait, would you expect a pass or a fail?
There would be a fail.
Why?
No, but
because that's not the answer.
No, but that's irrelevant. You don't
No, it's relevant because you saying I don't know is an appeal to ignorance. It's not the answer.
No, but the thing is, if you don't know something.
Yes, do you agree it's not an answer?
No, I disagree with what you're saying.
So you will get a pass.
Because the problem is you're shouting.
Will you get a pass?
The problem is you're shouting and shouting and shouting. You don't know what you're saying.
No, but you're saying
you're shouting.
On 1 minute you're saying is an answer. When I asked you in your question paper, if you answered every single question, I don't know. That's not an answer, my friend. Come on.
No, what we're saying.
You're just shouting and screaming and not letting me speak. You don't let me speak.
No, I give you a logical reasoning.
Yes, what we're saying.
I mean, I can scream and shout.
No. You understood my logic, right?
No, I don't understand.
Okay, let me explain once again.
No, please don't me explain. What I'm saying.
You don't want me to explain either.
No. What I want to
So
say.
you don't want me to talk at all.
Sorry,
well, there's no point in having a one-way conversation.
It's not one way. I asked you to explain to me reasonable with a reasonable explanation where did the universe come from. But you said, I don't know, or we don't know. I told you as a response to that, which is quite rational, that I don't know is not an answer.
Yes, it is an answer.
Okay.
I disagree.
And I told you why it's not the answer.
It is an answer.
It's not. It's
I'll tell you why.
It's not an answer.
Yeah, it's an appeal to ignorance. Actually,
It is.
It's an appeal to ignorance.
You're saying because you don't know the answer, this must be the case.
No, you're the one who's saying we don't know.
Because you don't know.
Yes, you're the one saying we don't know, not me.
We don't know, that's a fact.
Okay, good.
That's
now,
a fact.
when you say that's a
don't know how
fact,
the universe is.
hold on. When you say
fact.
that's a fact, is that an answer? Or is that an appeal to ignorance?
Do you want me to speak or no? Right.
Yeah, speak.
Just let him speak. Let's hear what he's going to say.
Yeah, go on.
He's going to waffle.
In this world,
well, let him speak.
I'm not going to waffle. Okay, if you're going to be rude, then I won't speak.
No, but you are going to waffle. Well, speak.
Okay.
No, that's fine. Let him respond. Okay, respond the way you want.
I mean, this is waffle. This is rubbish. Waffle.
What's waffle?
I'm not telling him. I'm not telling him it's rubbish. You can't just say that my arguments are rubbish because
you're saying
no.
You've not put an argument.
Let him answer. Go on. Let's see your argument.
There are lots of things we don't know in this world. We don't know what happens when you're dead, when you die. We don't know what happens. We don't know how the universe. We can trace it back to the Big Bang. But we don't know what happened before that. There are a number of questions that we don't know. Now, you can make up, because you don't know the answers, we can make up a story. There's Allah, there's a God, there's a Roman God, there's this, there's that, and that, to bring comfort because you don't know the answer, but that doesn't mean that it's true.
Okay, so what you've basically just done, you've accused us of using God of the gaps fallacy, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
Okay, do you believe in this inflaton field? That created these multiverses and such? Do you believe in that or not?
No.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
you don't know? You don't know?
You don't know. Are you talking about multiverse?
Do you mean multiverse?
Do you mean more than one universe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know the answer.
So you don't believe that then?
No, it's not that there's a theory, but I don't know whether it's true or not.
But you don't know?
I don't know if it's true or not.
All right, so do you believe it
But
or
no
not?
one knows it's true. You don't know it's true.
Okay. Do you believe it's true?
I don't know whether it's true.
Can you believe something to be true even if you don't know it's true?
It's a possibility.
Well, the answer is yes, you can. You can
It's
believe.
an idea.
No. You can believe something to be true, even if you don't know if it's true. Do you accept that or not?
Believe something. Well, no, you can think it's likely that it's true.
No, you can believe it's true.
It's likely that when I go back, my car's parked over there. It may not be parked over there. It may be moved.
I'll use my old back in the day argumentation. Do you believe your father's your father?
Yes.
Do you know he's your father?
As far as 99.9%.
How do you know?
Well,
how?
From DNA tests.
Have you had a DNA test? How do you know that?
Well, let's say I have for the answer.
No,
not hypothetical.
No, for the sake of argument.
It has to be real.
Did you have a DNA test?
No, I haven't.
Right. So you don't know.
Not 100%. 99.999%.
You don't know for certain that your father's your father.
No, but it's extremely likely.
No, but you don't know he is.
What do you mean by no? He is 99.999%.
Do you believe he's your father?
Yes.
100%.
99.99.
Do you have empirical evidence he's your father?
Do I have evidence?
Yes,
Empirical
empirical evidence
What do you mean?
means you have physical evidence
Point
that
I'm
is your
making-
father.
Let me just make the point, sorry. The point I'm making is just because you don't know something about something doesn't make that thing not true.
No, I didn't say that. That's the
No,
case.
yes, you did.
No.
Yes, exactly.
What
you
I'm
said.
saying is
You're accusing us of not knowing something and making something up.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
With no evidence whatsoever.
Okay. Explain to me fine tuning.
No, stick to the
so-
father example. It's good.
So.
No, he's
so-
done. He's done on that one. He's conceded. He doesn't know his father's his father.
Have you?
No, I haven't said that. I said.
Okay.
Do you know he's your father?
So,
How do you know?
so you're saying it
What's your
based on
proof?
what? Based on what?
What's your proof?
I'm based on.
Based on the fact that he told you?
Well, I've been living at home all my life. There's pictures.
That doesn't make him
he
your
looks,
father.
he looks exactly like me. Everything else. Everything.
No.
everything.
No.
He is exactly like you?
There's no evidence that he isn't.
No. The point here is this: you don't know he's your father. You
Well,
believe he
by
is.
evidence.
1 second.
Well,
You believe
you
he
could
is.
argue that you don't know anything.
Exactly
You
the
don't know.
point.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But
You
then
know
you
why?
have to-
Because here's the
But
thing.
you still
see.
believe it, right?
So here's the thing.
That's
you
the thing.
see. And this
No,
is
but
the
you don't
point.
understand. It's
No, we do understand. It's you just coming to
You're
understand.
just shouting. So
He's just shouting.
it's
He's just having a
no,
discussion.
it's likelihood. So it's likelihood. You know, no one knows.
Probability.
No one knows everything 100%. But it's
Alhamdulillah.
probability. Now it's 99.9999% certain that my father is my
Why?
father.
Why?
No one's going to know.
Why is it 99.999%?
Because I've lived there all my life.
How do you know your mother didn't cheat on your father?
Well, okay, it's extremely unlikely. He looks.
How do you know?
Well, you don't know.
Does your father have a brother?
No. Yes, he had a brother. Yeah.
Ah, there you go.
But you know, he looks nothing.
Your father
like
might
my
be your
father.
uncle.
Extremely unlikely. It's all to do with likelihood. It's extremely
Probability.
unlikely.
Use the right word.
No, but
Probability.
Piers, the point he's trying to make is that you don't have any physical evidence for what you're saying other than the testimony of your father
The chances
and your
of-
family.
The chances of my
No, but have you
father-
understood the argument
The
here?
chance of my father is far. The probability of that is far more likely
Okay.
than that there's a God who created the
Alhamdulillah.
universe.
Okay. So what you're saying now, so when it comes on the balance of probability, you will go with the more likely response, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, I'll go with if there's. I mean, the chances are. To give you an example, my car, I've
Get
got
your
my
car.
car over there. Now, it's very likely that my car is going to be there when I go.
You believe
back.
it's there?
Almost certain. I parked it there half an hour. It's possible, but it's almost certain that my car's there. I'm almost 99.999% certain there's a car there. It's also possible that there's a bunch of fairies who've taken my car up there and put it on the top.
So
of
the
that
guy who doesn't
hotel
believe in
there.
God believes in fairies all of a sudden.
Even though
Wow.
that's possible, it's extremely unlikely.
No. That's not the point.
in anything.
That's not the point. No, the point
It
we're
is the
trying.
point. That's exactly the
no,
point.
the point. No.
That's exactly
Why
the point.
would
That's
you?
extremely unlikely.
Why would you think fairies?
Do you believe in fairies?
No, I don't. No.
Why would you think? Why did you go to fairies?
Why did you bring that up?
Why did you go to fairies?
Because perhaps that's perhaps
something
they're true.
absurd.
Perhaps I'm wrong.
but
Perhaps
why did
fairies
you-
exist. I don't believe
No,
in
no,
them.
no.
But perhaps they do exist.
why did
and
you-
Perhaps they've taken my car.
Why can't
put it on
someone
the roof
just
of that hotel?
Why can't someone
but-
just nick your car?
Well, that's
Get towed.
possible. That's possible.
No. Why are you going to irrational things? I don't understand that.
Because God is irrational.
No, it's
I'm
not.
trying to make the example of you.
All right. I'm going to demonstrate to you that God's not irrational.
Well, how are you going to do that?
Okay. So I believe that this universe requires something necessary for it to exist.
Why?
Why? Because if you have something dependent, it requires something independent.
Why?
Give me an
Why?
example of anything.
Why?
Give me an example of something contingent that isn't the result of something necessary.
The universe.
Prove it.
Well, I can't prove it.
Right,
but
so why say
that-
it then?
But the thing is,
So you can't prove your claims.
no. Where your argument fails,
Go on. Go on.
is that if your argument's correct and there is a God
creator.
who created the universe, who created the God?
Okay. So a necessary being.
No, don't go to God yet. Stick to the contingency
That's where
argument.
your argument always fails. It's
Let's
the
not go to
same
God
argument
yet.
that
No,
fails every
because
time.
that's how you don't understand what God is.
Yeah.
And what we're talking about.
If God can exist without someone creating it, why can't
Okay,
the universe
Piers, you said earlier that we cannot be certain of anything 100%. Is that right? You made that claim? We can't be certain
No one can be
100%.
certain 100%.
Okay,
So,
do you exist?
as far as I'm aware, yes.
Are you 100% certain?
Yes. A 9.
Yes, so you can be certain. Okay. So we can be certain about.
Maybe.
We can be certain
no one
about
can
things.
Be certain about anything 100%.
No, we can. Look, existence. Otherwise, we wouldn't be talking here. Okay.
Well, it could
Unless
be a
you're.
dream, or it could be, you know.
Well, a dream is not real. Then it would. Like I
So
said,
maybe, yeah.
if you don't believe you exist, then even God is
Let me
irrelevant
just
for you.
let me just deal with something here, so we don't have to go to hypotheticals.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you understand DNA?
Well, DNA's I mean, I'm not a scientist.
You're not a
but-
scientist.
No.
Okay. So DNA contains information.
Yes.
Okay.
How your body, it gives you instructions. how your
Blueprints.
body
Yeah. Can you give me an example of anything in your human experience that you know contains information, and that information is not the product of something intelligent?
I can't off the top of my head.
Think about it. Think of anything.
I don't really understand what you're trying to get.
Or I'll
where
explain
you're
to you. If you see a book, for example, would you ever believe that that book wasn't the result of something intelligent?
coming. Well, it's been written by a person.
An intelligent
or-
agency. If you see blueprints to a building,
Yeah, maybe written something.
blueprints to a
But
building.
that doesn't.
Okay.
That's not relevant to the argument.
I'll explain why
The
it is.
universe-
I'll
you're
explain
saying
why it is.
that- Right.
Okay. So, do you accept that when we see intelligence, when we see information that serves a purpose, blueprints to a building, a book, a manual, a program, we know there's something intelligent?
Not necessarily.
All right, not necessarily. Give
Because
me.
I can't think of an example. On the top of
Well,
my
you're
head,
saying
but-
not
but
necessarily-
Probably if I sat down, I might be able to think of it.
Okay. I'm telling you, you can't.
Well, your universe, for example.
Well, no, you don't know that.
We don't know that.
Right.
We
So,
don't-
what was my
but then
question?
What about a god?
What was my question?
A god.
What was my question, Piers?
Well, your question is you're trying to say that.
No, what was my question?
You're
Forget what I'm
saying
trying to say.
Anything with information has been a
No,
product
what was
of
my
something
question?
else.
What was
Something
my question?
intelligent.
What was my
Something
question?
that-
Yeah.
And do I believe?
No, Piers, that wasn't
No,
my
he
question.
told you to give an example
I
of
said
something
example. I
that is
asked
not
you,
based on
do you know
intelligence,
of anything
which contains
that
information.
contains information that serves a purpose that isn't the result of an intelligent agency?
Well, I can't think at the top of my head. No.
Because there isn't one.
Because there isn't one.
I don't know. I mean,
You're an intelligent person, so you should know that if there was such a thing, it would come to you like that.
You're saying that you're going back to the main argument. You're saying that there's a god that
No,
exists.
No,
I'm not
we
saying that.
haven't
I ain't
come
saying
to that
I
yet.
ain't saying that.
That'll be
I
the
ain't saying-
conclusion.
That's what you believe.
No,
That's
that's
what I'm saying.
That's the conclusion. We haven't come there
That's
yet.
what I'm saying.
The conclusion.
No,
what
no.
you're saying.
No, I'm asking you a question as an atheist.
No,
So
but-
when we see the same information that we know can only be... Listen, Piers. When we see the same information...
Zishan,
we know...
are you joining us? We're going in 5 minutes, bro.
Are you going in 5?
Yeah.
I disagree.
Come on, we got a
I
good number of brothers
today.
today.
I don't know. You asked me a question. I don't know the answer.
Yeah?
If there, I don't
5
know,
minutes, inshallah.
I haven't. You asked me
Okay.
if there's something with information.
No, let's see.
Anything that contains information
There's no
that serves
option.
a purpose that isn't the result of intelligent agency.
Well, would you say that the universe?
No, we said no.
But the universe consists of you and the DNA, so it is not.
I mean,
You can't use that as an example.
Piers, the
We're
question
going
is
in circles.
no, we're going in a direct straight line. You're just
No.
avoiding the question.
Yeah.
The question is a straight
I'm
direct
not
line.
going to say yes or no to your answer because I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm the thing, I
Okay.
don't know.
Then Piers, go think about it.
Yes.
And when you can't think about it, when you
Well,
can't,
let's
no,
for
one
this
second, Piers,
argument
one
say
second,
you're
Piers.
right.
All right. If
Can
I'm-
move on to the next step.
All right.
Next step.
So if you concede that we don't come across information that specifically serves a purpose other than the result of intelligent agency, then how do you explain the same information found in DNA? What's the source of that?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a scientist. But
no.
what I do know
Neither are we.
is that that the crux to the argument is, which you can't seem to get to the point, is that we don't know how the universe existed.
No,
and you
no,
don't
forget
know.
the universe. Forget the universe.
Yeah, this is the argument.
Forget the
I'm not
universe.
talking about. I'm not
No,
interested in the
I've turned the
You have
argument
already
around.
said we don't know for that.
No. Because the universe is
We have
so
moved on.
abstract, and we don't know what happened, and this, that, Big Bang, and you don't know, and you said you
Well,
don't
you
know.
know a lot about
All right,
Big
all right.
Bang.
But I'm talking about DNA that we can see right now. Okay, so DNA right now contains information, and we know in our human experience, whenever we see information, like is in DNA, it's always the reason. One second. It's always the result of something intelligent. So the question to you, Piers, is why, when it comes to information found in DNA, do you special plead and ignore your human experience?
Well, when you go back from DNA all the way back down to life, where did life come from?
That doesn't answer my question, Piers.
Well, it does, because your questions.
I'll ask my question one more time.
No, don't ask me.
I'm gonna ask
By the
my
way,
question.
you know our answer to that question. I think the question should be to you.
Yeah.
If something which is if immaterial, okay, And or even if something is material but lifeless, how can it bring on life? Like atoms and molecules, you know, we all are made
How
of.
do they exist?
We all are. That's the question
that's
to you.
the question. That's the question.
Do you remember the question I asked you initially? Yes.
How did life-
You mentioned Big Bang, and I told you Big Bang was not the cause; it is the effect. So everything that begins to exist must have a cause.
No.
The Give me an
universe-
example. Give me an
Well,
example.
the universe.
The universe began to exist.
The universe exists.
Exactly, so it must have a cause.
No, you just took him away from my example, my question, man. He's ignoring my question now.
Go on. Finish your. He said he doesn't know.
All right, you don't know. All right,
Yeah,
that's the second thing.
It's
Okay,
just
let me ask you the
you-
third one.
you
The
ask
third
me-
one. Can you prove gravity exists?
You can prove that by dropping something.
How do you prove that?
That's the effect again.
Well, then, is that proof?
Takes something.
How do you know gravity exists?
Well, by dropping something on the ground.
So you know by its effect.
Yeah.
So you can prove something's existence by its effect.
Yes.
You don't need to see that thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I suppose so. Yeah.
So when you ask for proof of God, I don't need to show you God. I can show you the effects of God. Fair enough.
But it doesn't mean it exists. It's
But
not
you-
the-
you-
it's not- it's
you're
what
just going
saying
against your
is-
own principles.
Where your argument's falling. You're
It's not
saying,
falling.
No.
My argument's solid, mate.
No, it's not. It's
You're-
just
you're
so
the-
flawed. It's living in the Stone Age.
My
Your
argument is flawless, mate.
Absolutely flawed.
You couldn't answer my question about DNA.
No, but you're just
You
shouting.
couldn't answer
No,
my question.
you shouted as well just
No,
now.
you were
I
shouting.
heard you shout. Yes.
I'm asking you a direct question, and you're ignoring my
No,
question.
you're just shouting.
No,
and
because you
shouting.
can't answer the
You
question.
did as
Shout-
well.
give me
Piers,
a
you
chance.
did as well. Look, let's all calm down. We were looking for a rational discussion here. Every time we asked you a
said
rational.
something interesting there. I'm trying to remember exactly what you said. You said something
About the
that put me
gravity.
onto-
About
no,
gravity.
Something after that, which took me onto a lead where I was about to answer your question, and then by shouting,
All right.
I'm trying to
My
I lost
question,
my lead.
my question about DNA. I'll ask it
No,
again.
I don't want to know the question about the end.
Why not?
We're talking about gravity.
So you're gonna ignore
and
that?
We're talking about God. Yeah, I know what you said.
What did I say?
You said you're talking about cause and effect. You said because you're trying to say because if you drop something on the ground, that proves gravity exists.
No,
And then
no,
you're
you
saying-
said that.
You said that.
And then you're saying that the God, because the universe exists, therefore there's a God.
No. You're all over the place.
You're saying
Piers, you're all
that-
over the place.
No.
Let's go back to the
saying-
gravity question. That was a good
the
question.
With the gravity
Yeah.
is you asked
He
me-
said if you can observe the effect of something,
I said
then
proving it
does that
exists.
mean
No,
that it exists?
No. I said you don't need to see the thing causing the
Yeah.
effect.
Well, you can't see gravity.
Exactly.
So if you can't see God, that doesn't mean it doesn't exist, does it?
Well, there's no evidence that it does exist.
All right. So going back to what I was saying.
God
to
is
you-
something that you've
Oh,
made
okay.
up.
No.
Or
No,
that
no,
has
no,
been
no,
made
no,
up.
no, no, that's-
It's make believe.
That's your
It's a fairy
assumption.
tale. It's like the fairies.
That's your assumption.
That's what you're saying. Yeah.
No,
because
it-
you can't explain it.
Yeah.
You can't explain DNA.
No, you can't.
Have you heard of the design inference? One second, Piers.
No,
Have you
no.
heard of the design inference?
Okay.
Why can't
you
you
heard
just
it?
tell
You
him?
just
Shouting
want
is-
this.
Why can't you just tell him that God
If I'm
exists?
going to go, or you're
He
going to
doesn't
have
believe
a
it.
conversation.
He's an atheist.
Like I see you've been drinking.
He's
and
an
I can see you're not thinking.
I'm a teetotaler. I've never drunk in my
Oh,
life.
come on, we can smell the alcohol.
No, you can't. I'm a
Really?
teetotaler.
You've not been to the pub?
That's
I've
okay.
just
So
driven.
if you say so, let's.
I apologise.
That's a
Sorry,
different
I'm a
thing.
teetotaler.
Let's go back to the
I'm
discussion.
a teetotaler. I've never drunk in my life.
That's fine.
I drank
No-
when I was a student.
No problem, Piers. Yeah.
You're drinking.
It's me, yeah.
You?
Yeah, it's.
All right. Oh, sorry, Piers.
Nah, but-
So, I mean,
Okay.
the whole thing is just shouting and shouting abuse and shouting.
He apologized to you just now. Come on.
Okay, well,
He apologized.
It's my breath.
Okay, bro. We already.
Okay.
Okay.
What I said to you was this.
I'm just trying to tell the truth.
Let me talk.
Yeah.
Right. What, as I understand, what you were saying is, if I drop something, then that proves that you're saying that I'm saying that proves that it's gravity.
No. Let me. I don't want you to misrepresent me, and I want to help steelman your argument. What you said was you know gravity exists because you see its effect.
Well, and many other things. You read books on science. There's so many reasons why gravity exists.
It's all based on
All
effects.
based on the same principle.
Based on effects.
It's huge amounts
Yeah.
of.
It's all based on-
It's all
evidence
based on
that
effects.
You can't see gravity.
Yeah.
You can't
Okay,
smell
so
it.
let's
you
move
can't
on
touch
to the
it.
next stage.
Right. So the point here is this: if you see the effects, you don't need to see the thing to know it exists. If the effects are there, yeah. Right.
Do you understand the principle
Yes,
now?
I
Good.
understand the principle.
Good.
So I'm saying to you now that information. Yeah, I'm going back to my DNA. Information.
You're saying it's just
I'll explain.
No, go.
Well, you can listen. If you don't want to take the information in, ironically, it's up to you.
It's
okay.
rubbish.
Okay.
It's rubbish.
I'll
What
tell you why
you're
it's not
saying-
rubbish.
what
I'll tell you what
you're
is
saying-
rubbish. I'll tell you what is rubbish. You say
You
I
insult
don't.
me
I'll
by
tell you
saying
what-
I'm a drunk.
No,
when
no,
I'm a
no. I made a
teetotaler.
mistake.
No, he's already
and I
apologized to you for
apologise.
that.
Yeah,
I
only
don't-
you wouldn't have done it. So this
No.
You
Before
said
that.
teetotaler.
Before that, he
I
apologized to
believed
you.
you.
before
Okay, so please don't give it the mock outrage. Okay, so the point here is this, yeah?
The point is that
No,
God
I'm
doesn't
making the
exist.
point. I'm making the
no,
point.
okay, well, I'm not making the point.
Okay,
that. Emotional now.
I know,
That's
I know.
fine. That's fine. Okay, complete your point on the camera. That's fine.
okay.
Yeah.
The point I'm trying to make is with the gravity example. So we say we can't see gravity, touch it, smell it, taste it, yeah, but we know its existence, or we believe its existence based upon the effects of it. And it's the same principle when it comes to God or a creator. We don't need to see God. We just need to see the effects of God. Now, what I tied that up with was DNA and the information that we find, that we know whenever we see in our human experience, whenever we see this type of information, it's always a result of something intelligent. So when we see the effects of something in DNA, which is intelligence, there must be something intelligent to have produced that intelligence. This is the point we're making. And using Dembski's design inference, when you see something contingent, something complex, and something that is specific to a purpose, then you can infer this is the product of design. And when we see those three qualities found in DNA, then we know that the DNA requires a designer. And so what do we say, going back to our gravity? The effects of the designer is design. Therefore, we don't need to see the designer, just the design. Assalamu alaikum.
Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay, how do you say this off?